Press conference, Mayor Mamdani, schools will be closed, and high schools professional development day.
77,000
Let's
teachers.
listen.
We say that because we want the city to know that our teachers, administrators, and students are prepared for this. We have stress-tested systems, sent students home with the materials and technology they need to learn virtually, and are working with vendors to ensure that our systems have the capacity that they need. And I know that this may disappoint some students, so if you do see me, feel free to throw a snowball at me. In terms of the forecast, we are continuing to expect up to 11 inches of snow. We anticipate continued heavy snowfall this afternoon, with several hours of sustained 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Around 8 p.m. this evening, light freezing rain will begin to fall and continue overnight. This weather will taper off tomorrow, but New Yorkers can expect a mix of light snow, freezing drizzle, and wind gusts to continue until around noon. Now, this storm is not only bringing snow with it, it carries temperatures colder than any sustained period this city has experienced for 8 years. For those without shelter, the intense cold can be fatal. Yesterday alone, before the snow had even begun to come down, at least 5 New Yorkers passed away and were found outside. I send my deepest condolences to their families and loved ones. While we do not yet know their causes of death, there is no more powerful reminder of the danger of extreme cold and how vulnerable many of our neighbors are, especially homeless New Yorkers. We have sufficient resources to shelter every New Yorker in the city, and our teams are scouring the streets, providing outreach. Our administration has opened 10 warming centers in school buildings across the city, 2 in each borough, and they will be operational through at least tomorrow evening. Full food will be provided at each of these sites. That is in addition to the 126 shelters, over 50 hospitals, and 35 safe havens where people in need can come in and get warm. A code blue remains in effect, and DSS staff and partners are checking in on our most vulnerable residents every 2 hours. But I also ask New Yorkers to help us in this moment of need. If you see anyone you believe might require help, please do not wait to call 311. In a code blue, as we are currently in, any one of your 311 calls on this issue will be rerouted directly to 911. And I want to be very clear, no one in this city will be denied shelter. All hospitals, Department of Homeless Services drop-in centers, and DHS shelters have a fully open door policy with enough shelter beds for every single New Yorker in need. Should homeless New Yorkers require hospital services, DHS will connect with hospital emergency departments to assess needs and capacity. We want every single New Yorker to make it through this storm. As we contend with this snow and bracing cold, New Yorkers should rest assured this is exactly what our city government has prepared for. DSNY pre-salted highways and major streets beginning Friday at 6 in the morning. Since last night, over 2,500 sanitation workers have been deployed on every single 12-hour shift, laying down salt. To give you an idea, the first snowfall landed at Staten Island this morning at 5 a.m. By 5:10 a.m., sanitation had already started spreading salt citywide. The public plow tracker is also live for New Yorkers to be able to follow along, and you can do so at nyc.gov/plownyc. What you will see if you log in there is the fact that these sanitation workers had already completed a full plow across the city by 8:30 a.m. This immense snow fighting operation, the largest in the entire country, is working across our city every single minute. We are speaking of more than 700 salt spreaders and 2,200 plow vehicles, which are being monitored in real time by DSNY's Blade Runner system. Every agency across the whole of government is working in close coordination with each other and with NYC. DOT crews are tending to bridges. Parks Department workers are removing snow and downed trees from our parks. The NYPD is providing escorts to EMS and DSNY as needed. And the FDNY is maintaining its full emergency response capability. The MTA is continuing regular operations, although conditions may require service adjustments, while the Long Island Railroad and Metro North are operating at reduced schedules. Due to the declining visibility and snow of this weather emergency, NYC Ferry has suspended all service until further notice. Updates will be provided through the NYC Ferry app and ferry.nyc. The Staten Island Ferry is continuing to run at this time, but it has moved to hourly service. We also know that all bus service has been suspended at Port Authority. Additionally, all 3 public library systems will be closed today and tomorrow. Utilities are being monitored by Con Ed and National Grid teams, and they have representatives present in the NYC Emergency Operations Center. Ambulances will arrive at their destinations. This is the first major storm where 100% of FDNY ambulances are 4-wheel drive. The FDNY has also added additional ambulances from voluntary hospital partners, and NYSM is actively tracking ambulances via their stuck ambulance dashboard. If an ambulance is stuck or unable to respond to a call, another will be deployed. Thus far, there have been no reports of stuck ambulances in New York City. As we speak, city workers are working relentlessly across our city to keep our streets clear, to get people into shelter, and to respond to those who need help. The single most helpful thing that New Yorkers can do is to stay at home, and especially to stay off the roads. I cannot emphasize this enough. Please, if you can avoid it, do not drive. One of the reports we received earlier today from sanitation is there are still far too many New Yorkers out on the roads. Conditions are dangerous, and a hazardous travel advisory is in effect for today and for tomorrow. Now, if you are shoveling snow outside of your home, please pace yourself and do not try to clear everything at once. It is going to take multiple passes. Check in on seniors and help your neighbors who may need extra support. The snow is coming down heavily across our city, and I can think of no better excuse for New Yorkers to stay home, take a long nap, or take advantage of our public library's offer of free access to Heated Rivalry on ebook or audiobook for anyone with a library card. I encourage New Yorkers to join the more than 1 million who have already signed up for regular Notify NYC updates, and you can do so by texting Notify NYC to 692-692. Finally, while I want to again express my gratitude to the incredible city workers who have kept our city running through this snowstorm, I also want to thank every single New Yorker who's been doing their part to help New Yorkers across the city. I have heard of countless stories of neighbors bringing meals to other neighbors, young people helping senior citizens navigate slippery conditions, friends grocery shopping for those who cannot shop for themselves. This is the compassionate, caring New York that we all know and love. The New York that always shows up in moments of challenge and adversity. Together we will clear the roads, teach our children, tend to the sick, and keep our city running. Stay warm, New York City. Stay prepared. Stay safe.